Oh, hey there, people. Welcome to yet another one of these vlogs of mine where I drive around and talk about things. Today, I want to discuss this whole bullshit about internet caps. Probably saying, Adam, what the hell is an internet cap? Well, it's pretty simple. An internet cap is where they give you a real fast internet speed, but they tell you can only have so much data used in a month. For instance, here in town, our cable provider gives you a nice juicy 25 megs a second down and 1 meg up. However, you're only allowed to use 100 gigs of that data before you start getting charged extra on your bill. And for that service, it already costs you 80 bucks a month. So if you go over the 100 gig cap, they start charging you an extra $1.50 per gig. So, you know, when you have 25 meg down, it's not hard to go over that cap if you're a downloader or a gamer, or, you know, video games only use as much bandwidth as they need. But the worst part is if you're a YouTuber and you're uploading daily like I do, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take very long at all to blow that limit. And when I had my old internet provider, which was the local cable company, I used to kill that friggin' limit every month between my uploading of YouTube videos and my girlfriend's streaming of anime shows from some website called Crunchyroll. We used to go over at least $30 to $50 a month over our limit. And this is what gets me. There's no reason for it. Let me explain. Internet service providers pay a set amount for their backbone. If they're buying a 100 megabit backbone, a 1000 megabit backbone, whatever it may be, they're paying a set amount. So they're not getting charged for overage on their usage. Why are they turning around and putting that charge on the customers? Why are they doing it? Because they can, and people will pay it. Now, our local cable company said, well, the average user only uses the internet to check their email and surf on Facebook. They don't do a lot of downloading. Well, you know what? For that average user, that's fine. That's awesome. Congratulations. You don't use it much. But that there is not the average user of the internet. The average user of the internet is the person who's now streaming Netflix, who's now, you know, playing video games online, now using a lot of DLC on their Xbox. You know, services like Steam, Xbox Live, a lot of the stuff, like when you buy an Xbox game or a PlayStation game, you pop it in your PlayStation or Xbox, said console. Usually it wants a patch. Right away, that patch needs to be downloaded. Those patches are not exactly little. They're kind of bulky. That goes against your cap. Now, when I called the local cable provider about this, because I already knew what they were going to do, I wanted to have fun with it. I called them and I said, this whole 100 gig cap, that's bullshit. And they said, well, sir, the reason why we have a 100 gig cap is because the internet is a non-renewable resource. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? And she actually sat there and compared the internet to, get this, she compared it to oil, saying the internet is no different than oil. If you use up all the internet, there will be none left for anybody else. And that's when I became a sarcastic bitch. I was like, I'm like, are you hearing yourself right now? She's like, yeah. I'm like, because you sound like a friggin' idiot. I'm like, ma'am, the internet is not like oil. It's not like water. It's not like oxygen. The internet, and it was codenamed this when it first started, the information super highway, because it is a super highway. It's a freaking highway. It's just roads leading between hubs, if you want to say, or junctions. That's all the internet is. And the traffic on the internet is no different than cars on the road. So when the internet gets slow, it's because there's too many cars on that road and you can't get through. And like right now, how I'm stopped at this light, this would be a router, and the traffic you see driving in front of me is currently being routed in a direction. So I gotta stop so there's no collisions, you know? And now I get the right of way to go. It's an efficient way to pass traffic. Am I correct? Yes. So she kind of pauses. She's like, oh. And I said, so you're charging us for driving on a road, and if we drive on that road too much, we're getting charged. She goes, well, you get charged, you got to pay taxes to drive on the road. And I'm like, I am paying taxes to drive on your road. I pay you guys 80 bucks a month for the internet service. And then you insist on charging me even more money because I use that that road more than the average user. I'm like, that's not right. So then the worst part is you're charging me more and you're not putting that money back into maintaining your roads. Well, holy shit, did that ever open up a shitstorm. She was lost. She passes me to her manager. I ended up talking to that guy. We were talking for hours. He was lost. I ended up actually switching companies, people. I found a third-party reseller in North Bay, which sells the exact same service I was getting with the cable company, and they don't have a cap, because that company is the company I work for, and we know how it is. Oh, sorry for coughing, people. I'm still sick, but we know how it is. So, common question of the day is, does your internet have a cap? How bad is it? And if it doesn't have a cap, right on. Also, who are you with for your internet provider? That'd be a great question too. Like, how much do they charge? Is it like, do you get good service when you call the help desk if need? Leave a comment in the comment section below. If you're looking for a partnership, Red Light Broadcasting is partnering. Links are in the description. Like this video, and until next time, people, keep on vlogging.
Because apparently, due to everybody running an ad blocker out there, there's less and less money coming into YouTube, so it's starting to cost them more and more money, and they're actually pretty much breaking even right now on the YouTube front as far as AdSense money coming in versus cost to run the operation. And if it gets any worse, then Google's well known for just saying, you know what, this here is not making us any money, so frig it, we're shutting her down. And then bye-bye YouTube. Now they could easily sell it off to another company, but